Welcome to Gamebate, the most relaxing debating evening in the world. I am Stefan.
And I'm Markus, and together we started to organize and moderate regular debating evenings as a reaction to the massively reduced social life due to the corona crisis.
Our mascot, the frog, represents what we wanted to achieve, connecting debating and fun. So initially, our goal was to turn social distancing into physical distancing. But it's more.
The debating evening takes place on Zoom and therefore you can participate no matter where you are. Just imagine, you can participate sitting on your couch in Vienna and start debating with someone in Berlin. It's an easy option to get to know people that you probably would have never met.
But it's not just easy, it's also fun. We include a gamification approach and we assign very specific roles to the participants. For example, in one session we discuss the chances and risks of digitalization for the job market. The participants could choose between representing a computer scientist, a CEO, a supermarket cashier, and so on.
Through engaging in interesting discussions about politics, society, and daily life, the participants will not only improve the social but also the soft skills. This is not just limited to Vienna or members of debating societies, but can be applied in the whole world.
An estimation just for the US self-improvement market showed that it is worth $10 billion and will grow and change rapidly in the next years. The future is digital.
The attendance fee ranges from 5 to 10 euros per debating session. Furthermore, we are planning to organize debating tournaments as well.
So what's our next step? Since we already designed and tested a successful prototype, we will now start to build a community of debaters. In the future, we want to create our own application with a distinct user interface to strengthen the gamification approach.
So what are you waiting for?
Join the movement.
Become a Gamebater.
If no one wants it, I have a question. You're saying you're trying to build up communities you want to bring. So what is your plans for building up such a community? Because there are quite a lot of social networking, gamification out there. So what is your intention to? What is your plan to build up this community?
Well,
what are your main tasks now?
Yeah, our main task is to bring our concept to the people. So we want to advertise and promote our system and to build on social media a community of debaters. Yeah, that's basically it.
Yep. Okay.
Other questions?
Mayans, Vikings, and Japanese. What do these three cultures all have in common?
Since thousands of years, tattoos have been a part of culture and how we express ourselves. And ever since, there hasn't been a big change. The canvas for tattoos has always been human living skin. So why not change that?
Hello, my name is Johan, and we want to offer the world the service of tattooing leather. Now, this maybe raises the question, but hasn't this been done before? And yes, indeed.
But it was done manually by tattoo artists who spend a lot of time and effort into one product. This is where the problem lies and where we want to step in. We want to automate the process of tattooing leather. The benefits are that it's faster, cheaper, and it's scalable. Designers and fashion brands can send us the raw leather and a design so we can incorporate it into the leather, send it back to them so they can produce whatever they want. Now, this is our estimated market size, and as for competition, there are no other companies doing this, so we have a head start.
Our first target customers are local designers, boutiques, or established businesses. We are 5 people with someone for business, finance, software, hardware, and production. So from the first step of writing code and producing to the last step of accounting, we have the right skill set to do it. There is a pain, we have the solution, we have a beautiful product, and we have a working prototype. We are going to change the way how designers and fashion brands can express themselves. So if you'd like to help us to pave the way for a new tattoo canvas, if you'd like to help us revolutionize the leather industry, please see us in the Q&A or contact us.
Maybe I do have a question. So do you get the raw leather, or do the designers send the final product to you? Because you have to work to position all the tattooing and all that stuff. So
yeah, we are focused only on tattooing the leather and the quality assurance that comes with it. So the customer sends us the raw leather, because during our research we found out that the leather quality and the different styles of leather are very important to the different designers, and so they really prefer to send us the raw leather. And also for us, of course, it is way easier to tattoo on the flat leather and then produce the product than tattooing on the finished product.
okay, do you think that really works? Because
yeah, we already have a working prototype.
Because often the leather, so it's a mass production, yeah? So that fashion designers or designers produce somewhere else in some factory, so they are not in possession of the leather. Huh?
Yeah, so that's why at first we will focus on smaller designers, local designers in Europe, and then when the business grows, we can also go to the destinations where they want to produce the leather, so we can really be a part of the supply chain there.
Peter lost ties with his friends once he started focusing on his career. He really wishes he had someone to play tennis with or go golfing, but the few people he knows have different interests. And besides, Peter's busy schedule doesn't leave much time for planning or for searching for offers where to play tennis. But Peter is not the only one with this issue. We live in a time where social media has become a substitute for real connection. 1 out of 3 people are lonely. The issue, especially for young adults, has become so serious that the UK even appointed a Minister of Loneliness. But don't worry, we have the perfect solution. Sidekick makes it fun and uncomplicated to find like-minded people to hang out with. Peter checks what other people around him are up to and joins them with just 1 click. Or he finds someone to join him for his hobbies right away and without planning. We match Peter with the perfect buddy who has the same hobbies, but also match them with the best location like a cocktail bar or a tennis club based on their interests. So basically, we send our users directly to our B2B customers who are our main revenue stream. With Sidekick, you set up spontaneous adventures with like-minded people with just 1 click. This is something that makes us unique, because none of our competitors like Meetup or Spontact can provide that. From finance expert to a sales master, the creative mind, an IT genius, and a strategic thinker, our team has everything it needs for a successful future. Right now, we are working on our prototype, and soon we are expecting our first investment that will enable us to launch the app in Vienna by next year and expand to Germany and other cities in Europe the following years. It is our mission to make people like Peter happy by getting him off his phone and back into the real world. Thank you.
Just 2 quick ones from my side. What's your pricing model? Is it like a monthly fee, or how do you think you can generate some revenues? Second one, what's the stage of the business?
For the pricing model, we have B2B customers and C2C customers. So the B2C customers will have either monthly subscriptions for premium features or in-app purchases, and the B2B customers will pay commissions and advertising. And for the second question,
we are currently prototyping. So we have a click dummy and are testing it and checking which features work well, which features are appreciated by the users, and what doesn't work so well. So this is where we are currently at.
We are Flink, and we bring out the best in your team.
It's the 6th game in the season, and we've been losing every single time. I don't know what to do.
Robert is not a single case. Amateur football clubs are lacking objective data to recognize match and training gaps. As a result of strong time and financial pressure, they lack high-quality videos, understandable analytics, and detailed statistics. And that's where we come in. We offer a fast and inexpensive AI solution through the combination of a plug-and-play camera setup, a deep learning algorithm, and an intuitive web application. With these functions, we can offer videos, analytics, and statistics and serve clubs from all different leagues. In Austria and Germany alone, there are more than 26,000 clubs, from which 85% show interest in statistics. Further, the player tracking market is projected to grow almost 30% each year. Our B2B sales are mainly targeted at amateur clubs, with 90% of our revenues coming from our standardized product. 10%, however, will be derived by our customizable and modular solution for the pro segment. Our revenue streams will be divided into an initial setup fee and a monthly subscription. We have a very diversified team with backgrounds both in IT and business. Further, we are working together with different clubs in our customer development program to receive valuable feedback from the market and adopt our prototype versions accordingly. Our next milestones are the extension of our customer development program, the formation of strategic partnerships, and our product launch at the end of this year. We believe that the conference of the Entrepreneurship Avenue can help us to get the right contacts and PR we need to take off with our idea. So join our vision and give us your vote.
Okay, so I would like to know what your USP is and what type of competition is out there. Did you take a look at them, and what makes you different from them?
Yes, thanks. That's a really good question. So basically the USPs depend on which solution you compare it to. So we have basically 4 USPs, which are cost savings, time savings, usability and understandability of the data, and our plug-and-play setup box. So cost savings and time savings are basically the major ones, because a lot of the solutions that are out there, you cannot cover all the data that you need. So basically we provide access to statistics and data, and do this in a very cost and time efficient way. The usability is really important for solutions that are out there. When clubs now currently get a lot of reports with a lot of sites. So basically we provide a solution where they can easily find the data. And then also the plug and play setup, which is really important for the amateur clubs. So we really want to provide a simple solution where the clubs get a box and cameras that you just have to plug in, and then the solution is ready. And
there are certain days of the month when I get up and I try to put pants on, and then I start to cry. As I try to wipe away the tears, I notice that my face is covered in skin blemishes. And in addition to that, I'm bloated, I have breast soreness, and I'm moody. So what? I think some women can relate. These are the days I'm PMSing. For the ones that can't relate, PMS stands for premenstrual syndromes, which is a combination of physical and emotional symptoms. These symptoms mostly appear a couple of days before getting the period, and it's definitely no fun. That's exactly the time where a lab box can lighten up your mood and make you feel comfy. The Feel Good box contains products for the period, makeup, something nice to put on, sweets, and even a personal note to remind females how amazing they are. We strive to partner with companies that are sustainable, have a modern touch, and offer exclusive products. Who is Labbox for now? Of course for everyone. However, we are committed to women aged 20 to 34 who live in Europe and experience PMS, which are 37.6 million women. La Box is a subscription box that is to be delivered monthly in front of your door according to your cycle. With the subscription model, we consider offering different packages from give a gift to gift yourself. We rely on building a community. With a blog and social media, we want to address topics related to PMS and raise awareness so that women can talk more openly about PMSing. We want to work with influencers and create content that empowers women. The next step is to establish La Box as a purpose-driven brand. We want to inspire investors with our vision and form strong partnerships with exclusive brands. The drivers behind La Box are me, Chichi, an out-of-the-box thinker that is PMSing since she's 19, and Astrid, a social media lover and creative nerd. And together we want to empower women with La Box.
Pitch. My question would be, how do you differentiate yourself to your competition?
We are thinking that, like, especially now in Europe, there is no one like us on the market, and we also want to have sustainable and organic products in our box. And also we are trying to work hard on our corporate design to have like a really nice corporate design that we can use for everything.
Okay, thank you.
Do you have already a business model idea? So how do you want to make money out of this box? Just companies putting something in your box, or what is your business model?
So our business model is it's a subscription box, and it's available either you buy it for once, then it's for 1 month, or a 3 months, 6 months, or 12 months. And each month there is like a fee that you have to pay then. Okay. Or when we are more advanced, we also want to offer our box as a marketing channel for companies to also launch or test new products.
Hey Mama, what should we do today? I'm so bored.
Oh yeah, it's such a beautiful day. Let me Google something.
Okay.
There's so much. It's just like a search genre.
There must be an easier way.
Oh look, Worldtravela has just sent me.
Let me see. Hafla?
Yeah, it seems like an app where you can discover stuff to do. Let me download it.
Okay.
This is Hafla.
Hafla is a smartphone app where Momo and I can find stuff to do and plan our free time easily with friends like Rafaela.
With Hafla, this is a contrived for hand-picked activities. This is perfect for local businesses to place ads and get new customers.
Download our app and enjoy the Hafla way of life.
First of all, who exactly is your target group? And secondly, how do you distinguish yourself from competitors? Like, I don't know,
Firstly,
how's it called? Travel? Yeah.
Our target group is for firstly students and also tourists or expats.
Languages are key to culture, and learning a new language can be challenging because you have to master 4 skills: speaking, listening, reading, and writing. And speaking is the most challenging of all because you cannot practice with yourself. You need another human being, someone who fits your needs. I am very familiar with that problem. When I first came to Austria, I didn't know any German, and I had to practice a lot to become fluent. Speaketto is an online marketplace for conversation. Our vision is to allow everyone to practice speaking whenever they want. In order to do that, we connect language learners who want to practice speaking with language helpers who are offering their services. This is done via our matching algorithm, which matches people based on their desired skills, interests, hobbies, as well as dialects. Everything happens on the platform online, from finding a language helper to practicing speaking to ensuring quality control. The market is huge and it is expanding because of the recent pandemic. We want to be a global platform and we're focusing on two market segments. University students and expats within the DACH region will expand afterwards. There are lots of competitors out there, but we differentiate ourselves by introducing machine learning matching algorithm into this sector. Not only that, we're focusing on the niche of just speaking. Simply put, users can become fluent with us in record time. Our business model is simple. It's a commission-based model. We offer our services and we connect language learners and language helpers. Language helpers set their hourly rate and we take 10% commission from each session. Our status so far is great. We have launched our beta earlier this year in Q1. We have more than 500 registered users. We have gathered feedback. We are implementing that feedback right now, and we are trying to find the product market fit and seek investors till the end of the year. In order to create a startup, you have to have the team for it. Our team has more than 17 years of combined experience in IT, marketing, and sales. We can make this vision a reality. Speaketto, the path to fluency starts with a simple hello.
Okay, I have one question. So how does the machine learning part contribute to the value, considering that customers can just go on Facebook and look for tandem partners? So what value does the machine learning add for the customer?
So in contrast to tandem, we're focusing only on one session, one language for each session. The machine learning makes sure that you find the person that best suited to your skills. For example, you might want to improve your vocabulary or improve your grammar. Another person might want to improve your pronunciation. Your needs are different than another person's needs. So the machine learning makes sure that we understand how you're using the system, we understand what you're looking for, and provide the best fit. And this is something that does not exist currently in the sector.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Hello, we're SoundOFF, and our mission is to protect workers from hearing loss. There are 12 million people with hearing loss across the UK, and persistent exposure to loud noises is one of the 6 leading causes of hearing loss. This is significantly affecting workers in the manufacturing industry who are constantly exposed to loud noises, causing them to lose their hearing within 10 years of employment. This also negatively affects companies, with OSHA estimating these workplace injuries cost employers $300 million each year. Current hearing protection devices are not suitable because they don't allow workers to communicate with each other and hear warning signals, and therefore they don't always wear them. We developed SoundOFF to protect workers against noise exposure while still allowing them to have environmental awareness and be able to communicate effectively. SoundOFF allows users to select the noise they want to cancel through software integrated in an active noise cancelling device. The market for active noise cancelling and communication devices has been targeted for the UK manufacturing industries and is estimated to be $7.5 million and predicted to grow at a CAGR of 5%. Our 3 revenue streams are product subscription, software subscription for updates and maintenance, and data monetization for the collected sounds. SoundOFF's strategy is to start with a niche market in the manufacturing industry, where the problem is most prominent, before branching out to other sectors that require noise protection. We are an international team of 4 with engineering background and complementary skills. The funding awarded will allow us to develop the proof of concept by September and help us protect workers' hearing. Thank you.
Would be, how does it look like? And if you already have some kind of prototype in mind?
Okay, so it will look like normal headsets, potentially earplugs. And the prototype will be the board, which will be implementable in other headphones.
Okay, thank you.
So what is
Is
your
there any other
product
question?
physically then?
What is your product physically?
What, sorry?
What is your product physically then? Is it it's the earbuds? Is it the software? Is it a combination of both then?
So
Because there are quite
an
a lot
embedded
of competitors out there.
The market
it's an
size you
embedded
showed
software,
us.
so it's like the chip.
The market size you showed us, is it UK or is it Europe or worldwide, or because I think the
So
first
the
numbers were
total
only
market
from
size,
UK.
so the first one is global, then it's Europe, and then part of the UK for the serviceable, obtainable market.
Welcome to Artheca, your art library of the future. Art tells stories of experience, of love, of things that happen or that someone has imagined. Art teaches us some of the most important human skills like creativity, teamwork, or emotions. Still, we live in a world where art acquisition is dominated by galleries and auction houses. They take up to 50% commission fee, creating a market which exploits art lovers. The small artists do not sell, because the current sellers are only concentrating on top-tier art, and their customers have to go through a tedious process which takes a lot of time and commitment. This is why the future is Artheca. Artheca is a platform which is perfectly created for buyers and for artists. One of the main reasons to use our service is the easy decision-making process. It will be drastically improved with our two main features, augmented reality and art consulting. Both features will make our platform innovative while remaining one of the most key aspects, the customer-friendly experience. And speaking of our customer, we want to start our business with small and medium-sized companies who want to raise their sales by hanging artworks within their selling place, or simply create employee well-being. And what are the forecasts for the market? Well, the future looks bright for Artheca. Experts suggest within the next 4 years the art market will expand 25% of its earnings to online selling. And last but not least, you know what the most important part of a company is the executing team. I can proudly say to be a part of this ambitious group of entrepreneurs where everyone offers unique skills and experience. We want to change the art market. We are Artheca, the art library of the future.
So maybe just once again, your business model is can you summarize it briefly again?
Yes, our business model is about selling artworks on our online platform, and we will provide a special service like art consulting and artificial intelligence, and with the augmented reality feature. You can just, if you want to purchase a painting, you can just go on our website and you can put your smartphone towards the wall, and you see how the painting would look like.
Got it, yeah. So what is the status of your product at the moment? So where do you have the platform already up and running?
We are currently having a prototype. We are having a website and an application which is in build. And we're trying to implement the augmented reality into our servers within this year.
Okay. Thank you.
Forme aims to enable everybody to manufacture the goods they need by bringing advanced manufacturing to the mass market. Patent-pending technology allows Forme to make metal 3D printing affordable and accessible for a market that does not yet exist: consumer metal printing. 3D printing is the shortest path from file to form. It uses less resources and allows for complete design freedom by building parts from the ground up instead of carving them out of a solid block. Anything you own today could benefit from 3D printing. It enables rapid prototyping and development, downloading products instead of shipping them, and customizing every single one. Metal 3D printing would allow users to build anything from rocket engines to the kitchen sink, with full customization on top. We have identified a highly motivated customer group as our go-to-market strategy. The so-called maker movement is built around 3D printing and itches for an affordable metal printer. They will act as our brand ambassador, introducing our product to artists and designers. The 3D printing market today has an annual growth rate of about 15%. By entering new markets, we will exceed that by far. By targeting the low-budget segment, we stand without competition, making Forme the definitive brand for digital manufacturing. Forme is a team of 3 economists. A full team of tech experts has built a proof of principle and is eligible for several government grants. So if you want to help make our vision reality, contact me.
Okay, thank you very much for the pitch. My question would be, what is your main customer target group and how do you exactly try to approach them?
So we want to target our customer group is the techwomen, which is a small market on our property. The next target group would be artists and craftsmen, which is a large market.
One single word.
We can't hear you.
The sound is very bad, the quality, unfortunately.
Jetzt habe ich verstanden. Danke.
So we want to talk first. We want to go to the market, which is a $10 billion market in Europe. And from there, we want to go expand to basic, normal industrial like.
Welcome to MedHeroes, streamlining medical workflows and expertise. The treatment of sick patients is the highest priority in our society, but distribution and allocation of medical professionals are still inefficient and time-consuming. In healthcare, efficiency decides about life and death. One of the main reasons for this inefficiency are the unstructured administration around shift plans. Currently, the situation in most hospitals is the following. Shift plans for the next months are announced. However, some employees would like to switch shifts with colleagues, others might unexpectedly call in sick, or simply the required capacity increases due to a high number of patients. And now the real struggle begins. Availabilities and staff pools need to be checked, possible reallocations need to be considered, and so on, involving various communication tools such as calls, emails, or even paper forms. After all this is somehow settled, the shift plans can finally be revised. However, this process can occur multiple times a month and is a real pain for everyone involved. Therefore, MedHeroes is a cloud-based platform streamlining all those processes. MedHeroes supports hospitals to allocate internal workforce fast and efficient, and at the same time is inclusive and involves retirees who still would like to work a couple of hours every month. Moreover, should the case occur that internal capacity is still not sufficient, MedHeroes enables them to access external resources within seconds, creating a win-win-win situation. Summarizing all this in a business model context, we have identified 2 types of users. On the one hand, workforce managers in hospitals, who we enable to manage medical workforce faster, more efficient, and less error-prone. On the other hand, we support medical professionals to work in a more flexible, transparent, and communicative environment that fosters the exchange of information and knowledge. For the beginning, we are focusing on Germany and Austria, and we are specifically targeting private hospitals with 100+ beds. We currently assume that we can reach especially the innovators and early adopters in the space. In numbers, 131 hospitals. Our team currently consists of 6 highly motivated students with diverse backgrounds. Bringing together 5 different nationalities helps to spot flaws in domestic systems a lot. The concept is ready. Now we're looking for one or various hospitals partner to put MedHeroes into practice. MedHeroes, always at the right place at the right time.
Have you already spoken to the hospital about their shifting plan, how they work at the moment? Because
yes, we have. We have spoken to 2 head nurses in 2 different hospitals.
Okay. And do you have also get a little bit of competition? What are other shift planning tools? Because there are quite a lot of shift planning tools out there already.
There are a lot of shift planning tools that actually not what we're focusing on. We are focusing on the part, on the administration between, on the resource allocation and everything. So on the workforce allocation in between the shift plan is announced and also revised, but also the whole ecosystem around it.
Are there any competitors?
Yes.
There is one competitor in Switzerland in our specific niche. Yeah.
What do you mean by resource allocation?
So workforce allocation, so it can take up to 8 hours until workforce gaps are filled because the head nurse has to call the chief of staff, and then he's phoning around in the hospitals until they find someone, for example.
Okay, thank you.
And I heard that we had
So we are back. I hope you got yourself something to drink, something to eat, and now you can lean back, watch the second batch, 11 pictures, 11 Q&As, and we will just jump right into it. Enjoy.
So you're an entrepreneur, huh? Congratulations. You have your idea, you have a plan, but something is missing. What is next when it comes to starting a business? Now you have to take care of the bureaucracy and also make some sense of the whole mumbo-jumbo of available knowledge. Most of us are in Austria, where this information is comparatively well organized and easy to understand. But in many countries, the legal framework is not as accessible. This poses a border to entrepreneurs worldwide. We are here to take down these borders. Our solution is Borderless Business. Borderless Business provides all the information necessary to lift your business off the ground, no matter where you are. Simply head over to our website and gain access to interactive forms, with which we guide you through the process of registering your business. Additionally, we can connect you with countless local professionals that will provide expert advice. For a small fee, we offer services that are tailored to your needs. From business consultants, lawyers, to accountants, we offer a complete solution that turns your idea into reality so that you get to enjoy your entrepreneurial journey. We are there for you every step of the way. We are Borderless Business, breaking borders in business since we don't exactly know when.
Hi, thank you very much for the pitch. One question, how far are you in the development of your project?
So we have the idea, we have the contacts around Europe. I think we have contacts in over 15 countries now that we can further collaborate with. And we have started doing our research about how to develop the platform in order to find the best fit.
Also, another question. So when I want to start a business in Czech Republic, I go to your website and you help me with it. Is that the business model, or can you describe the business model more precisely?
Yes, exactly. So if you have the idea, but you don't know where to go to, then that's the first step. You go to our website and then you can buy one of our packages. Whether you want guidance, you want to test your idea to the market to see if it fits, we can help you through all the process. Also with setting up, we can put you in contact with accountants, with consultants, and we can help you with setting up your idea in Czech Republic or, yeah.
I think the best way to tell you about our business is to tell you how we came up with the SensoPack idea. In an interview with a major Austrian company, we learned that unplanned failures like damaged ball bearings or machine downtime causes a loss of profit of around 460,000 euros per year. That's 1.5% of said company's profit per year. We want to change that. SensoPack is a strong and reliable partner and provides retrofit solutions for companies to make condition monitoring of assets and machines easier in service, to maintain, and to reduce downtime and save cost. We fix the problem of unplanned machine failures with a holistic sensor package and data analysis capabilities, not only to save time and money, but to make working with machines even more playful. Sensors and the explanatory dashboard show temperature and vibration, but this is not why we are special. Our package is a complete solution, easier to implement, simple to set up, holistic, we are an independent provider, and our financial model minimizes risk for the customer, plus provides a low entry barrier for predictive maintenance products and technology. In a customer, we are looking for a company with elder machinery, a non-stop production because there we save the most, and we need an openness to innovation. The potential for predictive maintenance is great. 2.8 billion worldwide, and our research said that we find 160 million in the German-speaking region, growing each year. Let's bring that 460,000 euros home.
Two questions from my side. First is, are there any competitors? Second is, why do you know that maybe the laptop has any problems, or how you detect them?
So, first of all, there are competitors in a very big scale with a high price tag, and we try to go to small and medium-sized companies and convince them of our solution. And the second question was about a laptop. The laptop has a ball bearing in its ventilator, and SensoPack could detect if the ventilator is going to break.
So how much is your product there at the moment? What is the status of your product? You said you have for the paper industry already, the product ready?
Yes.
So have you tested it already for the paper industry to have made some test runs for some machineries there?
Yes, we have our first customer and have access to his production facility. And we have our first circuit board and sensors ready to test it out in the production facility.
Okay.
Have you ever sent a message in a bottle in your childhood? Of course you did, but you never knew who found it or what it experienced along its journey. That's why we built Worldtravela. With Worldtravela, we crafted tiny little bracelets with a unique engraved hashtag on it. You can use that hashtag to tell a story and pass your travel tag from person to person in order to achieve a goal, or just to let it travel around the world. So I brought with me my little toy of my childhood. It's a lion. So I tied a little travel tag on my lion, and I will hide it somewhere around the WU campus. Why? Because I want you to help my little lion travel to Africa. That would be amazing, and I would be so excited what it experienced along its trip. So hopefully he will achieve that goal. But it's not all about traveling and our little bracelets. It's also about giving something back. That's why we use, as a manufacturer, a social organization called Caritas Abracadabra. They work in Innsbruck and craft our little travel tags. And we donate 25% of our revenues to them to support them. And we also donate 25% to a reforesting organization to have a bigger environmental impact with our social business. So please help us spread the word, get your travel tag today, and of course, help my little lion.
So, ziemlich bescheidenes Wetter erwischt.
More about the business model and the market size, or what you expect to get out with it?
So our business model is to selling our travel tags, and the target market are travelers, backpackers, solo travelers, and that's our main market.
How are you?
And how do you earn money actually?
By selling the travel tags. In the first place, we have several other business models for business cases in the B2B market too, but that's what we need to figure out right now.
What's the price tag?
The price tag is between 5 and 10 euros.
Okay. And I'm buying a hashtag, and then I can kind of sort the hashtag on Instagram or something like that, filter the hashtag on Instagram, or what's the idea behind it?
It's basically an offline hashtag you can pass to somebody, but we also developed our own platform for our travel tags. But basically what we test now is simplify the whole process and just let it running with Instagram.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Welcome to PlayEco. Our mission is to reconnect people with nature. Today, urban environments lack biodiversity and thus people are disconnected from nature and lack awareness about it. That is how the usual children's playground looks. Lots of plastic, artificial materials, a lack of natural elements. We know that this problem is relevant that already see playgrounds from natural materials appearing in the cities. But we decided to go one step further and come up with a new generation of playgrounds. PlayEco Playground is not only made out of healthy, sustainable materials, but also reconnects people with nature, raises awareness, and brings biodiversity back to the cities. We use eco-friendly materials to construct the playground, create favorable for biodiversity environment, and educate children about nature. For construction, we use, for example, bamboo, ropes, and further materials. We choose plants with lowest risks of allergy that also smell nice and contribute to the aesthetics of the playground. Additionally, we create the environment for child-friendly insects like butterflies and ladybugs. Through the educational games installed in the playground, we teach children about nature and environment. We start with inspecting the space and designing the playground, taking into account particular environment, climate, and pool of biodiversity. Then we construct the chosen elements and enrich them with biodiversity and educational elements. We target municipalities, schools, and kindergartens. Actually, we shared our idea with potential users and 82% liked it. We are a diverse multicultural team from architecture and design, business, and environmental engineering background. And to make PlayEco a success, we are looking for municipalities' contacts and funding. If you liked our idea, feel free to reach out. We would love to hear from you.
So just two questions. The first question is, you're just selling the playgrounds, and you say you're also selling in the content. How do you change the contents from the playgrounds then? And do you have thought about your competition? Because each playground producer can make it environmental friendly.
Actually, we are creating the design in collaboration with the municipality, for instance, and we are adding everything based on biology and educative parts, and that's why we are different than just eco-friendly producers of playgrounds. It's because we are implementing it with the bring of biodiversity.
But do you change this content, or is it always the same in one playground?
Sorry?
Do you change this content then, or is it just always the same? Sorry.
Actually, each customer will be able to build his own playground by choosing some elements of our catalog we will suggest.
Okay.
Today, over 450 eco-labels for various industries exist. But have you ever thought about the sustainable performance of the shops nearby? Due to the overwhelming number of eco-certificates, consumers claim a one-stop solution for credible information about sustainability. Hence, businesses face the challenge to prove the credibility of their sustainable actions. We from EcoMap are developing a general label for the sustainability of shops, the EcoScore, where we want to bundle a selection of existing adequate eco-labels to one label for shops. For our evaluation model, we use a holistic approach with 18 criteria of sustainability. Further, our score is adaptive to shops in various fields of consumption, such as food, fashion, or cosmetics. As credibility is our main goal, we want to be verified by partners who are experts in the field of sustainability measurement. We are already testing our evaluation model with selected shops and present them on our EcoMap. This is our search platform for sustainable shops. Till this day, we already added 341 shops on the EcoMap, which are being evaluated gradually by our team. With our service, we generate benefits for the eco-shops. We make them more credible and visible and support them by acquiring new consumers. For our evaluation service, we consider an annual service fee. Our second target group are platforms who want to benefit from the current sustainability trend. On the contrary, they provide us access to new potential shops who want to use our service. Finally, we want to introduce to you the Eco Team, which makes sustainable shopping possible. It consists of a total of 13 members, working in 4 different locations across the DACH region. For realizing our next big step, we are searching for new experts and partners. Check us out and be part of our journey to make sustainable consumption the norm. Finally, we want to introduce to you the Eco Team, which makes sustainable shopping possible. It consists of a total of 13 members, working in 4 different locations across the DACH region. For realizing our next big step, we are searching for new experts and partners. Check us out and be part of our journey.
My question would be, how do you define sustainable? What are your criteria and in order to base your judgment on?
Yeah, we already have 18 criteria based on sustainability, and they mainly focus on social and ecological aspects, but they're really in a universal general approach.
My question would be, how do you define sustainable? Your criteria and in order to base your judgment on?
We already have 18 criteria based on sustainability, and they mainly focus on social and ecological aspects, but they're really in a universal general approach.
My question would be, how do you
No.
Patrick,
Can we ask another question, or is it done? Yeah.
Okay. Sorry.
Ja, ist eh lustig.
Oh Gott, lustig.
Ja, passt eh.
Just happened. Okay, two-folded question. So the only purpose as a user to go to the platform is to look up how sustainable a coffee or bar is, and then or a shop. And then how do you reach these customers? So.
Okay, actually there are 2 products, but mainly we're focusing on the EcoScore. That's the evaluation model. And the EcoMap is just a place where we collect all the data we get from the EcoScore. And yeah, it's actually kind of a side product where customers can go on to the EcoMap and can check out the ratings. But actually our main goal is to reach other platforms. And for example, on review platforms, on booking platforms, delivery platforms, to place our score there to reach more shops and more customers, to make it more scalable. Because since Google Maps is so convenient, it's really hard to get the customers with the EcoMap, but the EcoScore is our USP. Yeah.
Today we want to present you Epiclay and how we want to produce living walls for living cities. Did you know that the urban heat island effect leads to cities being up to 12 degrees hotter than their surroundings, which causes trillions of cooling costs every year? However, there is a solution: green walls, which have a substantial impact on reducing the urban heat island effect. Of course, there are already players on the market. However, they combine 3 main issues. They are either too heavy for existing facades, have too high long-term costs, or even use artificial plants, which means they have no environmental impact at all. That's why our cities still look like this. However, at Epiclay, it is our mission to make our cities look more like that. Therefore, we have created a modular facade greening system, which allows plants to grow without any soil and is much lighter than existing solutions. Additionally, the upfront costs are lower and the maintenance costs are less than €1 per square meter per month. Our first test market is Austria, and next to 4 inquiries for pilot projects, we are right now planning the implementation of an Epiclay green wall in Wieselburg. Afterwards, we plan on expanding to most of Europe with a market potential of €65 billion. The green walls industry, with a projected growth rate of 15%, is the ideal foundation for a scalable startup. In fact, we have already found botanic, production, and construction partners, and were able to showcase our product at 4 international conferences. We are an interdisciplinary team of biologists, architects, and business people, backed by experienced mentors, which is ready to start the green wall revolution. Are you too?
Thank you very much. My question is, how do you have a POC already? Like, do you have a proof that the concept is working, or how far are you in the process?
Yes, so we do have the prototypes of individual tiles, and right now we are planning the implementation of a first pilot project in the city of Wieselburg, and we have another indoor pilot project going on as well, which will be kind of our proof of concept.
What is your customer target group? Whom do you approach?
So what has worked out best for now was municipalities, but we also do have some interests in inquiries from businesses, so that businesses that own their own facades.
Who is taking care about the plans?
So this is done by us in the beginning, once every second month, and then it can be once per year because the plans are obviously adjusting to the climate and infrastructure.
Over the last couple of years, we've seen increasingly more posts of the most stunning locations you could possibly imagine. Travel has become a way of life, but we forget one very fundamental issue: climate change. And that's exactly why we founded Tomorrow's GenAIRation, an online, easy to access and customized travel agency operating on a CO2 emission reducing and optimizing base. We plan trips for our customers top to bottom and therefore ultimately save the generationers, the future-oriented and open-minded people, valuable time. But how do we do it? So at first, we compare modes of transportation and then rank them according to their sustainability. We repeat this step for accommodations, but also take into consideration that they should be in close proximity to the trips our customers want to undertake. But let's talk business. It's not only profitable for us, but also our customers. They select their desired trip on our website and then we link them to one of our affiliate partners. We get a 2 to 6% commission of the booking value in return, while it's completely free of charge for them. In terms of competition, we had a look at 2 major groups, one of them being the traditional online websites whose primary goal is not necessarily sustainability. When looking at their booking process, we found it rather impersonal, and customers told us they are often annoyed by the hidden prices and missing transparency. On the other side, we have sustainable websites who are usually regionally restricted and also only offer one very specific kind of travel. Overall, they don't offer top-to-bottom solutions and often tend to be more in a blogger style. Furthermore, we can say that statistics are in our favor. According to the 2019 Sustainable Travel Report, 72% believe we should act now in order to preserve the environment for future generations, as well as 71% believing that travel agencies should indeed offer more sustainable options. At the moment, we are at a stage where we've completed the planning and already have a prototype. In the upcoming month, we want to complete the final product and figure out all legal aspects. If that has sparked your interest, feel free to follow us on one of our social media channels.
I would like to know, what is your business model? How do you plan to make money?
Okay, thank you for the question. Our business model is an affiliate-based model. We looked into Expedia's affiliate program, and here's how it works. So first, the customer goes to our site, and then they pick their desired trip. And then our site links them to our affiliate's website, and they finish the booking there. After they complete their booking, we get 2 to 6% of the booking value as commission from this affiliate website.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
So they don't book directly on your website.
No,
This is
they
only
don't.
for comparing and information.
Exactly. We compare and then we offer them a package deal of what's the most carbon CO2 emission and then they go to the affiliate website. We link them to the affiliate website, and then they complete the booking there.
Of not being good enough, especially in the beginning of your career, because people from the outside told you so. I had it for a really long time because my father always told me, but I could break that pattern through networks and opportunities. Young women have the same feeling for STEAM-related fields. With Tech Women, we change the female role in IT and break that pattern. The vision is to empower women in IT through a network, the connection of female tech talents in big companies, so women have equal access to the STEAM industry. One of the biggest challenges the IT sector is facing is the lack of women. In Austria, only 17% of IT employees are female, compared to the US, where it's 28%. It is not only important because it is one of the CDG goals, furthermore because an increase of women would lead to an increase of the European GDP, and technology has to be done in a balanced perspective. The girls are not interested into the IT sector because of old stereotypes, missing role models, and because they self-underestimate themselves. The solution is Tech Women, a platform that connects IT companies with STEAM universities. For the IT companies, a profile of the company where each female role model gets a profile and has a network. Job vacancies which attract women so you can hire female tech talents for all roles. For IT universities, each female student gets their own account where they can apply to vacancies, then in interaction with their role models and have bigger job opportunities. So in the end, we have more female employees and more female students. The value, more young female professionals being the leader in the empowerment of women in a male-dominated sector. Women contribute to the success of your company and more role models for the future. The market size, in Austria we have 45 STEAM universities and 27,000 IT companies. The business model, we have 4 revenue streams. The biggest one is the usage fee from the IT companies. We have some indirect competitors, but we are the only one in the market who combine interaction between students and role models, network, and an easy access to the job market in the IT sector. So break the pattern, make a change, and give a chance to women in technology with Tech Women.
Two questions from my side. First is, what's your revenue stream? And the second is, don't get me wrong, but what is the benefit for a company having more female than male IT techies?
Thank you for your question. The revenue streams are first the usage fee from the IT companies, second from the STEAM universities, and then from the ads and from the vacancies as well. And the benefit for the IT companies is first that more female employees will lead to a better environment in the company, and second, it will lead to more success of the company.
A question from my side. So, but isn't the problem that there are far too less female IT students, and why leads your product to more students in that case?
Because as from my research, I found out that the problem is that girls are not interested in even studying STEAM-related fields is because they don't have a network and they don't have the role models. And with that app and with that network, we can achieve all of that for them.
But they do not have it in it. So I didn't get it.
Okay, so if somebody wants to apply for university, students will think about what they want to study after and what they want to achieve in their life afterwards. And if the university can say from the beginning on that they have an app and a network for women in IT, it will increase the number of female students.
So you say that when you have an app where there are female ITs, kind of that's the solution to the problem that there's far too less women studying IT?
Yeah, it is one of the solutions.
Okay,
yeah.
thanks.
You're welcome.
This is me, a student, always busy, caring about optimal nutrition and about the environment. The last thing I want to do during a lunch break is to search for a healthy meal nearby and at a cheap price. Of course, I could prepare the meals myself at home, but there is also another option. Broc Li. Healthy meal prep brought to you by 3 girls from BU Vienna. The problem people face nowadays is a lack of motivation and especially time for preparing healthy meals themselves at home. Fast food, however, is not an option anymore. In addition, people becoming more aware of the environmental footprint of their meals. This is where our offer comes in. We do the meal prep for you so that you can eat it whenever you feel hungry. You order all your food packages for the upcoming week by Friday and get everything delivered by Monday noon. The ingredients for your meal are sourced locally and waste is avoided through our innovative pre-ordering system. Choose between single packages, meal packages for the whole week, or meal packages for the whole month, should you go for a subscription. Your meals can be personalized. Should you have any intolerances or want to have a maximum of protein, just let us know when you order. Our deposit system for the boxes your meals get delivered in will help you to reduce your ecological footprint. And the best thing, we cook for your budget. We cook by season and therefore the prices are low. Customers Broc Li wants to target as students, young people and working professionals that have very little time but care a lot about their nutrition. With many options for personalized meals and low cost, our idea is not only innovative in Vienna. We three see big potential in our idea. After setting up a successful base in Vienna, we want to expand our delivery service and providing people with an experience that is way beyond satisfying their hunger.
Hi, thank you for the pitch. One question, how would you go about logistics? Would you go out and deliver everything yourself, or would you plan to collaborate?
Initially, I think we would do it ourselves, depending on how much demand we have for our service. And as we also go for ecological friendliness, we would definitely deliver more by bike and all that. But if we see that our offer really is demanded, then we would consider taking an external logistics partner for delivering our service, especially also when we deliver more frequently.
How do you make sure, while providing really high quality and good nutrition, that the prices are still affordable?
It was mentioned shortly, but you can also see it in the supermarket that as soon as you cook by season, there will always be a lot of fresh fruit or vegetables that is right now in season will always be cheaper because there's just an oversupply. And if we cook by season, we can make use of these lower prices. We will not use any strawberries in December. But we can make sure that we use them in summer when they're ripe, and therefore we have good quality and also better price.
I got up at 6 a.m. in the morning, drove 1 hour to the ski resort, and after I got dressed I had to wait 30 minutes for a ski ticket. Have you ever had this problem too? That is one of the biggest pains we identified. MyAlpes will solve these problems. In first stage, we create an online marketplace for ski tickets. You can buy the ticket online and pick it up easily via picker boxes. Say hello to MyAlpes. You can buy your ski ticket already in summer with a discount or the day before and pick it up in the morning at pickup stations from our partner Access. Thus, we help not only the skiers but also the ski resorts with their liquidation problems, especially due to COVID-19. In 2021, we will implement our digital ski ticket on your smartphone. With MyAlpes, we also want to offer and implement dynamic pricing features for the ski resorts. The bottom line is that this increases the turnover up to 10%, increases the planability and cuts personnel costs. Guess how many skiing days there are just in Austria? Incredible, 52 million. After the first 3 years, we plan to serve 10% of the skier days in Austria, which will lead to a potential revenue of 5.7 million only with ticketing. Our turnover is generated from ticket commission, which is between 1 to 2% per sold ticket. Additionally, we will have referral programs. We are a kick-ass team with our strong startup network of Pascal, the excellent design skills of Adrian, the outstanding data skills of Florian, the strong prototyping skills of Jill, and with my sales skills. Where do we stand and where do we go? We are currently talking to ski resorts and want to have 5 resorts on our platform by August. Furthermore, we would like to start a ticket sale by October. MyAlpes, so that we no longer have to wait for ski tickets.
So if I understood it correctly, you act as an intermediary, bringing together resource and skiers, correct?
Yes, we want to be an additional sales channel for the ski resource.
Okay.
So how did you cope with all the competition? Because you also said in your presentation that you team up with Team Access, but there's also Ski Data. They all offer services like you want to offer now. So
yeah,
why do we need MyAlpes?
Yeah, that's true. We want to cooperate with Access. They don't have such a solution yet. The primary competition is from Ski Data. They have StarCheck, but they are using another solution. You can use an old ski card with their solution, and you need an existing ski card to buy your ticket and to book your ticket on the ski card.
No, you can use smartphones, watches, whatever you want.
No, not yet, not yet. It's in Ski Amadee. They are just testing the low battery Bluetooth. They are testing it in Ski Amadee, but it's not yet in all ski areas possible.
Online education platforms keep getting more popular, allowing people to access the courses from the best universities all over the world. However, studying is hard. You have to do it on the regular basis, and if you want to change your career, it's even more difficult as you might lack of basic knowledge and expertise. Having studied in 4 different universities, I realized that there is one crucial thing in study process: student collaboration. The opportunity to exchange ideas and help each other in learning is the thing that fully engages you in learning and helps to improve efficiency and comprehension of the subject. This is why we created Collab. Collab is the platform allowing people to find study partners based on their interest and comprehension level. We believe that every person, despite their origin, education, and age, should be able to access the community of people from all over the world who want to improve their skills and develop together. Collab provides a smart recommendation system suggesting you the best fitting study partner. Once you find a person with mutual match, you start collaborative learning. You can plan your studies, schedule, and conduct your meetings on the platform, join groups of your interest for networking, and become a part of global community. Our business model is based on subscription. Further, we plan to involve tutors and mentors who will be able to create unique content, give recommendations, and earn money through the Collab. Currently, we're working on MVP and just started our landing page to find first users. We have a nice international team, and by working together on the project, we prove the concept of Collab, that in collaboration you can learn new skills and create new things. Currently, we're looking for new users, so join our community now. Become the part of Collab.
So how do you find your users? Because all this collaboration just works if you have enough users on your platform. So what is your plans to find the first 1 million users?
So far, we are targeting on universities and on universities, and also on the students who do online courses, because there are like a lot of people who do online courses, and the collaboration is the thing which is actually lack in online courses. And now we're trying to start like from the universities in Vienna. We're planning to start.
Okay, you mentioned that you want an international community on it. So you might run into a problem that if I learn for a course, I learn with a specific book, etc. So how do you manage the differences in learning approaches and materials that the pupils have? And second question is, what's your business model behind it?
So the thing that there are a lot of users of online platforms now, which are like international, and everybody like all over the world can use it. So we were planning to target on this audience who doing online courses, and the business model is based on subscription. So the users like coming to us like to get a match with other person to find a collaboration, and if he or she wants some additional features or find like a tutor or mentor, then it will already work like through subscription.
Thanks a lot for the pitches of the second batches, and thanks a lot for the awesome questions from the jury. We're again having a very short break in a few seconds. Please, if you haven't done so already, like this stream and also subscribe to our YouTube channel in order not to miss any content that we're putting out in the future. And then, if you haven't done so already, also be sure to register for the conference. You can find the link in the description below. And you know, at the normal conference, we usually have stages, and this conference is taking place online next week. And also, we're going to have some stages online there. And we are going to have really cool keynote speakers. For instance, Bear Douglas from Slack, or even someone, Sagun Karun from Google. So there's definitely some of the highlights there. And also, we're going to have a live podcast and picture what so many things are happening there. So definitely be sure to get your free ticket for the online conference that's taking place next week on Tuesday, on June the 2nd. You can find the link in the description below. And yeah, also after the next batch, we're going to have a really interesting keynote by Vienna Law Clinic. Be sure not to miss that, of course. And yeah, now I think we can go into a well-deserved break, get yourself something to drink, get yourself something to eat, refresh yourselves, and we will be back in a few minutes. and welcome back to the demo day. Now you can be very curious for the last batch. We've got 11 more pitches for you, 11 more Q&As, and without any further ado, let's start.
Thomas, and this project is about the happy face mask. We're facing a huge problem in breathing under the actual mask when the temperatures rises up in the air. The happy face mask is an absolutely new designed cotton-based face mask to get more air exchange in combination of a turbulent fluid dynamic effects. This leads to easier breathing with very low risk in spitting at other people. To start with a financial crowdfunding platform of Babak PSK Bank, our basement in Vienna is offering the mask in first step in Austria and German-speaking countries, and afterwards in Europe. All different kinds of fabrics and materials will both in Hungary, where the 100-year-old production company Wagner & Glass is producing. We want to sell approximately 200,000 40 masks to old and young people and federal officials by web shops, stores and Amazon. For distribution, we are using the österreichische Post AG in combination with Amazon network. To throw this message and the price of 25 euros out to the world, we are using social media, newspapers and good old human small talk. Our biggest competitors are the plastic face shield, the free homemade face mask, the actual face mask, and the end of the requirement. Actually, we're in construction of the prototype, and afterwards we will register the intellectual property. I'm Thomas Eichinger, a technical engineer and developer, and we're looking for enthusiastic team members and advice in business fields.
How fast can you bring it to the market?
I think I need 4 weeks.
Excuse me, could you repeat that?
I think I need 4 weeks.
What is the USP? What can a mask do that others can't?
For 25 euros.
You can breathe under the mask in hot environments. The glasses are not vanishing, and the mask is not moving during talking.
Why aren't the glasses damaging?
Because not so much air is coming out through the holes on the eyes.
Okay.
Hi, we are Breeze, and we bring fresh air to your outdoor adventures. My friend Simon calls me up and wants to go on a bike tour. Alright, I would love to join, but I don't have a suitable bike. My friends and family don't have one either, and buying a bike is way out of my budget. So I start to compare different rental options by looking at various websites, and I'm even calling some rental shops. It's backbreaking. The websites are unstructured, and unclear information makes it impossible to conveniently organize the equipment. Today, we want to show you a different experience, a one-stop platform that connects cyclists and regional bike shops with a few clicks. Welcome to Breeze. With Breeze, you can not only search for rental shops nearby, but you can additionally compare prices. Once you found your perfect bike, you book it and add additional features, such as an insurance or a helmet. After a smooth checkout process, you receive a confirmation and you're all set. Can you already feel the fresh breeze in your face? What are the benefits for the owners of the bike shops? Breeze offers professional online visibility, a digital payment process, and insurance options. Additionally, we minimize the actual time in the shop and provide a contactless handover. Biking is just the first step. We strongly believe that other rental offers such as climbing gear, skiing equipment or SUPs are promising markets with a growing demand. In Austria alone, the rental market for sport equipment is in fact estimated at around 95 million euros. We are a team of 5 and currently we are co-creating Breeze with a bike shop. Therefore, we are looking for IT superstars and sports enthusiasts to join the takeoff and get a fresh breeze. See you at the finals.
There's slight technical difficulties. Sorry for that. We'll be back with the next pitch in just a few seconds. And until then, maybe if you haven't done so already, you can in the meantime just click the link in the description and register for the conference that's going to take place next Tuesday, and we're already in the next pitch.
So what are your main competitors? Are there competitors?
Hi, yeah, that's a good question. There are definitely competitors. Our largest ones right now in Austria are definitely the large retailers such as Hervis or Intersport that already started offering a similar service as well.
And is it only for Vienna or Lower Austria or the whole region of Austria?
Mm-hmm. So when it comes to the launching, right now, we are co-creating the platform with a bike shop, and then we launch in specific hotspots. For example, Neusiedlersee, also Vienna or Tyrol, that are famous for outdoor sports tourism.
So how do you find, as I said, you are a two-sided marketplace. You have to find the retailers and you have to find the cyclists. So how do you find both when scaling up your platform then?
Yeah, that's a good question. It's a classical chicken egg problem. And there are definitely a lot of best practices out there that we are looking into. And one is that we're looking for partnerships that help us scale the platform and bring it into the market. And I think we have a good network to kick it off there.
Okay, thank you.
GreenFox makes your daily habits sustainable. What percentage of people achieve their goals? Scranton scientists say only 8%. Yeah, it's shocking but true. It's even worse for the eco-conscious individuals. Even though there are many apps for setting green goals, it seems that users give up using them. We've done a massive research, and with our expertise in neuroscience and AI, we came up with a novel solution. GreenFox profiles your green activities only with one click. Let's look at the prototype. You will scan your invoices. The application calculates your plastic bottle usage. You will earn rewards for scanning the invoices, and also, whenever you decrease your usage, it will give you personalized reward. But is it really limited to the plastic bottles? No, there are many activities. For example, it will monitor your public transportation usage and you can have rewards. As I told you before, there are many applications with the same goal. What is our uniqueness? We think first, our knowledge of behavioral science and AI, and second, our personalized program make us different. Our customers are eco-conscious individuals and businesses. For the individuals, we have a freemium version, and by connecting customers to the businesses, we share an uptake. We also have in-app advertisement. Together with Rahim and Sarah, we are GreenFox. Now we are working on our product market fit, and at the first quarter 2021, we're going to the market with our first MVP. Make your daily habits sustainable with GreenFox.
So just one question, you said you have a freemium model for the customers. What is the premium? Why should I use your app then?
So for the customers, we give you the motivation to go for discounts for internal like rewards. But for the premium version, we are thinking of maybe integrating social network inside the application. But for the customers, they don't pay anything. The revenue models are based on businesses.
It's not a freemium model, so the customers don't pay anything. It's a free model,
Yes.
not a freemium.
Yes,
Okay.
yes, yes. The customers don't pay anything.
So did I understand it right that that you can scan your invoice and then realize how many plastic bottles you have consumed?
Yes.
For example, and how is the process, like how far are you with your product now?
This is already done. It's not a very hard problem in OCR, in machine learning algorithms. It's done.
Thank you.
Hi. The weather is getting nice. Summer is approaching. So I figured it was the perfect time to get a new bike. And I found the right one on Willhaben. But as a soon-to-be law graduate, I've learned to always look for the fine print. And lo and behold, the seller doesn't want to give any guarantees despite it being a new bike. And that doesn't sit right with me. After talking to him and explaining him the legal situation, we came to an agreement. But to be safe, I wanted to get it in writing. After all, the bike wasn't cheap. Having to look for the right contract and then having to print it was such a hassle. So I asked John, an IT student, if he wants to join me in creating an app that combines the whole procedure from looking up the contract until signing it. That's how we created Contract. It's an easy-to-use app where you can create your own contract by using one of our templates. For example, as a seller, you just click on the Sell button, then you fill out all the information. But that's not all our app can do. It also gives you infos about the legal side of things, and soon it'll allow you to add pictures directly into the contract too. Once you've filled it out, you'll get a preview of the finished version that's ready to get signed and sent. The app is not meant to be used by big companies that have lawyers or to solve super complicated legal issues. No, it's meant to be a consumer-friendly tool that helps you with stuff like buying something on Willhaben or eBay, or students that want to rent something for the duration of their Erasmus, or even small business owners that want to hire some help for giving out flyers. Our next steps are to finalize the app and have it be ready to be released. Once the rollout is done, we want to find partners to cooperate with. Thank you for listening.
Do both parties have to have the app, or is it?
No, it's enough if one has it on the phone.
And then you generate the contract and then you send it via email as in PDF or?
Exactly, or WhatsApp, just sending it.
Okay.
How far are you in the development already?
Yeah, we are working to finish up the product. We are working right now to get the signature to work. And I think we will need a few weeks to get a good version ready.
How, maybe I missed it in the presentation, but how much does the customer pay for one contract, like the range?
Yeah, I think we want to have it shouldn't be too expensive, like €1 per contract, but we want to offer a few contracts for free in the beginning. And if we have more contracts, then you will have to pay for them. And depending how many you need, you may pay more. Like if a small business uses it, then there would be a subscription model.
Hello, we are Care. We will make every breath worth breathing. Did you know that we spend on average 90% of our time indoors? Starting in kindergarten until our well-deserved retirement, this is a lot of time. But what air are we breathing? This is an essential question for our well-being, not only during a pandemic. On the market, there are no sustainable solutions yet. Our competitors either emphasize only the efficiency or provide a sustainable solution with low impact. So up until now, you always had a trade-off. But with our solution, this trade-off is no longer necessary. Through biological filtration, We neutralize smell, purify the air, and provide aesthetic value. With the usage of different bacteria cultivated in the integrated filter, we are able to offer our customers solutions for multiple kinds of odors. We generate impact through effectively cleaning the air of its harmful particles and thereby creating the basis for the well-being indoors. Our team commits to the efficiency of a ventilation system and the sustainability of a plant wall. So we can be a fit for many places where people need to breathe in freely again, but we will enter the Austrian market first. We estimate its market value to be 159 million euros. Our business model builds on a one-time installation price with additional revenue streams generated through services. We calculate our total cost to be 1,000 euros and aim for an initial margin of 12%. We are expanding our production capacity by establishing meaningful partnerships with suppliers and approaching our potential customers through direct sales. This is us. We as a team will make it happen as we combine the passion with multidisciplinary backgrounds in business, biology, and architecture. So be our partner or investor and launch with us.
Can you tell me a little bit more about the team? Why can you build this product if there hasn't been anything that managed to combine sustainability and the efficiency before?
We have taken a solution that is already being used in big style for big companies, but we will now bring it down and make it available to households, gyms, and hospices, for instance. And our team consists of biologists and architects. So we will be, and business students, so we will be able to bring it down by the research of the bacteria as well.
So how large is the whole system for buying it for my home? Do I need a whole wall for how large is this? How much place do you need for installing such a filter?
The column that you also saw in the presentation is 1.80 meters high and has a radius of 50 centimeters. No, a radius of 25 centimeters and total 50 centimeters.
Okay. More or less size of a human being, yeah. Okay.
What's the price?
The initial price to buy it, we calculate to be like 1,000 euro at the moment, but we will generate additional revenues through services and maintenance.
Fastest solution when it comes to shopping. You know, 1 week ago, I ordered Bluetooth headphones because I need them today at the lecture cast, but they didn't arrive yet. So what should I do? I don't have the time to go to a shop myself. The solution for this problem is Rush to You. And speaking of that, I think I just ordered it right now there. So, Rush to You is a platform where people in need of a product meet private people who then operate as couriers. The courier gets your product, delivers it to you, and meanwhile you see his location via GPS. For the beginning, Rush to You is taking 20% commission on each transaction, and the courier gets a minimum of 10 euro for each delivery, depending on the effort. So we are reaching out to time-sensitive people or companies who don't have the time or don't want to take the effort on buying the product themselves. Our team formed at the EA and consists of Yasmin, Jenge and me. And oh, what's that? Oh, I think my product just arrived. Thank you. I think this woman was literally in a rush to me.
So what makes it's a last mile delivery service? So what makes you different? Because there are quite a lot of delivery service who want to solve the last mile delivery solution. So what makes you different to all the other competitors?
Thanks for the question. So, our value proposition is that we have a fast and a simple delivery within a few hours. And we are strengthening the local market because our couriers go to the shop which is nearby to you. So these are some points.
What kind of product categories do you have in mind? What do you look at?
Yeah, right now we are facing on like technical products, for example, the headphones or products which are easy to deliver, and not nutritious products like food or something, because they could be a bit difficult, and it should be like a price with a minimum amount of 25 euros.
Hi, we are AIthletics, and we make professional workouts accessible to everyone. How many times have you thought about hiring a personal trainer to finally get in shape? And did you ever actually hire one? Probably not, as personal trainers are expensive, costing around 90 euros an hour on average. Then it's hard to find a competent one. And lastly, your favorite trainer most probably won't be there for you all the time. That's why most work out without professional guidance. The consequences are obvious. Apart from injuries caused by poor execution, workouts will not be as effective as they could be. When challenging exercises are skipped, hobby athletes miss out on reaching their full potential. It's time to make professional workouts accessible to everyone. That's why we want to introduce you to our AI-based personal trainer. Start your workout by opening up our app and choosing your preferred exercise. Step-by-step guidelines and embedded videos will set you up for a good start. Position your smartphone next to you and begin tracking your workout with your camera. Our algorithms will create a 3D model of your body and movements. After your set is done, the app will give you detailed feedback on your execution. Individual weaknesses are met with tailored recommendations on how to improve effectively. Additionally, supportive exercises will help you increase mobility or outweigh identified muscle deficits. Use the app frequently and watch yourself improve over time. Get stats on workout progress to keep yourself motivated. And never worry about boring and ineffective workout plans again. The app knows your weaknesses best and will provide you with tailored solutions. In case you should suffer from an injury, the app will alter the recommendations and assist your recovery. Our app is not just designed for fitness freaks, however. We provide the perfect fitness companion for all skill levels. This addresses more than 300 million fitness enthusiasts all around the world. By servicing those, we're looking at an annualized revenue opportunity of 46 million euros. We're looking forward to working out with you. See you at the gym.
Thank you for your pitch. So how do you cope with the risk that people put their health in your hand? So you could actually get legal problems if the app doesn't function good enough?
Yes, very valid point. That's why we need to ensure that we base our recommendations on the latest research findings so that we are safe in this regard. So we say, okay, based on Dr. XYZ, this execution is correct, and that's how we think that we can be safe and helping our customer.
You pay only one-time a fee for downloading the app, correct?
No, it's a freemium model that will give a very simple version of what we do to every user. And then if you want to have the full recommendations and the full individualized workout plans, you'll have to pay on a subscription model.
So full means more exercises?
No, full means the full recommendation. So every single execution, every single recommendations that we can offer, the supportive exercises and the individualized workout plan.
Hi, my name is Franziska, and together with Justin, we are the co-founders of Healthbot, your future AI assistant in healthcare. Before we get started, raise your hands if you have ever wasted time at the doctor's office or any other healthcare institution. Great, we have a specialized team in both healthcare and entrepreneurship to tackle just that problem. Too much time and money is wasted on inefficient tasks that create a backlog of work for healthcare providers. For example, every 1 hour spent with patients, almost 2 hours of work is spent on documentation.
At Healthbot, we solve this problem. Our AI virtual assistant helps with documentation, decreases office wait times, manages appointments, collects information, and automates tasks. For example, for you as a patient, the chatbot can help you to get an appointment, check in at the doctor's office, and also to get a follow-up appointment. But there are many more features. What is amazing is that the market opportunity for Healthbot is huge. We are helping to solve a $2 trillion healthcare spending problem. If that isn't enough, there are multiple inflection points happening in the market today, such as telemedicine and big data, that point things like Healthbot becoming a big need. The way we make money is simple. We charge healthcare providers a monthly and recurring fee. At the moment, competitors in the market are worried about tackling other issues and are not focused on creating solutions with chatbots for front office work and patient care. In conclusion, Healthbot can help people save money and time. We are excited to take Healthbot to the next level and help bring big data and chat together in one place. Thank you for your time.
Do you want to sell it directly to doctors or to insurance companies? Whom do you target?
I want to sell it to doctors and
Sorry, I did not really understand what the app can do. So me as a customer, I can manage my appointments at doctors, and I didn't really understand the business model yet.
Okay, so what you can do as the patient, you can use it first of all to get appointments, to schedule appointments, and to schedule follow-ups, and also pickups for pharmacies. So you can pull out your phone, you can use the chatbot. So it's easier for you to request an appointment or to see which appointments are available. It's, for instance, one of the features that the bot should handle to do.
Air pollution is a global concern. What most people don't know is that this also applies for indoor areas. Research shows that especially in subway stations, the level of fine dust and heavy metals can be up to 10 times worse than in city traffic. People in subway stations in Paris, London or Barcelona breathe air that is as bad as in Beijing. Also here in Vienna, air quality in subways is a concern, and with 1.2 million subway users each day, this problem can no longer be ignored. Show that the exposure to bad air can lead to severe health issues like asthma or even cancer. We believe that it cannot be that the very people who consciously switch to public transport pay for this decision with their health. We are aeroSQAIR, and we want to tackle this problem with aesthetically appealing, modular and fully automated MOS installations. Benefits for the subway users is the protection of their health and a better user experience when using public transport. Tested and proven outdoor applications with MOS show that a reduction of particulate matter of about 15% can be achieved. With our solution, we want to help subway operators to reduce their risk through increased compliance, to provide a better service, as well as to position themselves as a sustainable pioneer. With over 5,000 subway stations and a projected market value of over 14 billion, this is a huge opportunity. Subway operators are already actively searching for solutions and spending millions to tackle this problem. We will generate revenues by a one-time installation fee as well as ongoing maintenance fees. Our team of biology, architecture and business students is going to turn this vision into reality, guided by an experienced advisory board that support us with their expertise and network. We are happy to have already been accepted into 2 incubation programs and are currently looking for funding opportunities and industry partners. Together we can make a first step towards cleaner air everywhere. Thank you.
So the product is already ready now for shipping, so you can equip all the subway stations here in Vienna by tomorrow?
Well, not quite, but we have been working on the testing of different materials, so we're pretty sure about that and have been looking at all the different components that would be needed, like in terms of ventilation, irrigation, and lighting. And we've also been talking to suppliers already, for example, to an Austrian lighting supplier for low efficient and high energy lighting solutions for indoor plants. And yeah, as soon as we could order like all the components, we would put them together and build our first prototype.
What's your time? What's your time idea? How long will it take until you have your product ready, and how long will it take to equip one station with your system?
So the plan would be to put the components together and build a prototype and test it until the end of the year, because we want to test it in a climate chamber first to verify the efficiency of the filtration for ourselves, and then we would be ready to produce it at the beginning of 2021.
One of the biggest problems in education today is students' inability to stay focused, so our company decided to create a solution. Welcome to QuestEd, an interactive learning tool that engages students in the classroom.
The product is a foam ball that is equipped with an NFC reader. It is synced to an app on the computer, and internet access is not required. If you have access to a projector in the classroom, that will enhance the learning experience, but it is an optional feature. Each student will be given an NFC wristbands that will be able to track their performance.
And I'll show you how it goes. So as a teacher, I just need to press correct or incorrect button and show some questions. In math or other subjects, let's go.
42, 49, 35.
At the end of the exercise, the teacher will be able to access data that will track which students are excelling and which students need extra help.
Market is quite big because product is very versatile. Not only kids like to play games, but our first target group will be educators of children from 5 to 12 in the DACH region. They will have to pay €49 for the hardware and €20 for subscription.
Our team is extremely diverse with over 7 countries represented. Most of the team has a background in education, and our founder has taught over 200 gamified lessons. We have all skills required to build our product, including hardware, software, game development, and business know-how.
So together we will make learning fun for everyone. And how about you?
How far are you already in the development?
So basically we have our main value proposition already ready to be delivered in schools. I'm myself a teacher and I'm using it already. It just like helps me a lot. It saves so much time and preparation for the class as well. And actually today we got our first public school contacting us to be our pilot school as well. So yeah, just today. And we have some other schools because we have so many teachers in our team. So we have this opportunity to just test it as soon as we have new features.
How often do you have to play that game in order to have a valid data? And is there any issue with data privacy eventually as well?
So what is good about us is that we are not using internet. It is by Bluetooth, and kids are playing like together in teams, and there's no personal data used. So this is a good point because yeah, I know it's a big issue. And also we don't use personal devices. And the second question was about data. Yeah, you just need to pass it around to every kid and it will be enough. So it's up to the teacher how many times they want to incorporate in their curriculum. Like from my experience, like it also depends on the size of the class. So more kids you have there, like often you need to play. So, but like just with one, you already can see where there's pitfalls in the explaining topics. So you already see white spots just from one.
Welcome everybody. Do you know that 1.3 billion tons of food are thrown away every year? And yet you call yourself sustainably living. That way you waste 700 euros each year. However, there is a solution. The solution is called Verco. Verco is a first of its kind compact physical smart home device that tracks and measures your food inventory. Verco's mission is to eliminate food waste so you can save money whilst helping the environment. We already have produced a first prototype looking something like this. Essentially, it uses RFID and scale sensor technology. With your support, however, it soon will look more like that. Our business model allows us to earn revenue not only through one-time sales, but also ongoing, offering a better customer relationship through a recipe suggestion service. Therefore, we enter a market which has huge potential. Verco consists of a diverse team with very individual strengths, ready to tackle every challenge. If you help and support them, you soon can live truly sustainable. Thank you very much.
Thank you for the pitch. 2 questions from my side. Is there already a prototype, and can you reuse the tags? And do you need to tag, for example, vegetables by yourself, or is it already done by the supermarket?
No. So yeah, we already created a first prototype, the one you were able to see in the pitch. So the tags are reusable. You just program them to a certain food you like, and then you can use them, and you can reprogram them as well. We already did a retry, so we found a few willing people to try that system out. You actually need to do the tagging yourself. That's why we would like to start in the fitness industry with people who are already doing food tracking and stuff like that.
And you see it in the app which products you have in your fridge, and yeah, if you, for example, pay on Monday a milk, on Friday it's a second milk, you need to reset the tag, or how does it work?
So you just tag your product, and you can see all the important information about it, how much you got there. You can add an expiration date, and then based on that, you get recipe suggestions, so your food isn't expiring.
With all of the 33 pitches. Wow, I'm really impressed about this improvement that has been made within the last few weeks. That's really impressive, and also thanks a lot for the jury for a last time of answering the questions. And yeah, now it's the time when the jury will stick their heads together and discuss who are the winners going to be, the 10 winner teams that will be pitching at the Entrepreneurship Avenue Conference that's taking place next week on Tuesday, on June the 2nd. And there are amazing prizes to be won, and we will hear a little later who the winners are. Before we make the announcement for the 10 winner teams, we will have a keynote by the Vienna Law Clinic. This is an organization that helps startups out with legal issues, and I'm now really curious what they are having in store for us.
Hello everybody, we're Moritz and Elias from the Vienna Law Clinics. First of all, thank you to the organizational team for having us today. It's always a pleasure to be here. Also, congratulations to all the participants for pitching so well, and good luck with the jury decision later on. Today, we thought we'd give you a quick introduction into what it is we're doing, and also a quick overview over the question we probably get asked the most in our office hours, which is what are the legal entities there are, and what's the possible forms of organizations for a startup. So if you chase your idea, maybe even the one you just pitched, even further and try to make a business out of it, sooner or later, you will inevitably encounter legal problems. And what we're doing is we offer free legal support for startups because especially in that early phase, startups often don't have the money to actually consult a professional lawyer. And what we aim is we try to close that financial gap. We offer you valuable research concerning your legal questions, which are also second-checked by a lawyer or a tax advisor. And as a bonus, we can make your idea well-known via our platform and our social media, so marketing is already included. At the end of the day, we're actually creating a win-win situation because students get practical experience by working on real cases, and you as young founders get free legal support.
So let's take a look at how we advise startups. At a first meeting, the startup presents the current situation and poses the questions to a selected team of usually 2 to 3 students. Based on the information the team received in the initial meeting, in a second step, students identify the risk, research solutions, and cover the questions posed by the startup. Thirdly, a cooperating lawyer checks the results of the research to ensure our findings are sound. He or she may add feedback if necessary. Finally, at a second meeting, the students present their solution to the startup.
As we've already mentioned, we have a broad platform of cooperation partners that you can see on that slide. One of these partners is actually the Entrepreneurship Avenue, and we're always happy to advise startups that emerge from here. We actually just got a request for legal support from founders that participated here 2 years ago, so we're looking forward to see some of you in our office hours in the months or years to come.
These are just 3 of many successful startups we advised throughout the last couple of years. I'm sure you have heard of Bird, but you also may know Parfum Abo or Hosted By.
So, as promised, we're going to give you a quick overview over what is probably the most frequent question asked in our office hour, and that is, what are the possible forms of organizations for a startup? So first, we've got to differentiate between single enterprises on the one hand, which are not legal persons themselves. Rather, the natural person that stands behind it is the subject of contracts and is liable. On the other side, there's so-called entities, which, for the exception of the civil law partnership, are all legal persons that are legally able to enter contracts and obligations themselves. We can divide those entities into 2 major groups. On the one hand, partnerships that are characterized by a strong personalistic aspect, as we say, which shows in the areas of representations or liability, for example. On the other hand, we have corporations that have a strong capitalistic characterization, which is visible when you look at the capital requirements, for example, and the liability of the shareholders, or rather, the lack thereof. We're going to dive into that a little bit deeper by the examples of the general partnership and the limited liability company as a representative for both of these groups. Before we do that, however, let's take a quick look at the respective relevance of these entities. According to a statistic of the Chamber of Commerce of Austria, newly founded companies in 2019 chose these entities. The general and the limited partnership are both within the 7 or 800s. The limited liability company is the most common with over 4,000, and only 7 stock companies were founded in 2019. Finally, there was close to 2,000 registered single enterprises in 2019. However, that's only counting the registered ones. The unregistered single enterprises would be way off that chart with about 30,000 last year.
So first of all, we want to take a closer look at the general partnership today. This legal person is called offene Gesellschaft in Austria. It's comprised of at least 2 partners who work together, trying to achieve a common goal. The business may only be conducted by those partners, so only they may act as executives. One of the general partnership's major advantages is that there are no capital requirements whatsoever. That means there is no minimum amount of money you have to raise to create this legal person. However, there is a downside to this. Partners are jointly and severally liable for the company's obligations. This means that partners are liable for any debts incurred in the name of the company.
If you look at the limited liability company, there's quite some differences. First, there only needs to be one or more shareholders, meaning that so-called one-man LLCs or one-woman LLCs are possible. Second, not only partners, but also third parties may act as executives for the company. The most characteristic aspect of the LLC is probably the capital requirement and also the liability. At the time of founding, shareholders need to bring a minimum of 35,000 euros into the company as a share capital. There's a possibility, though, to lower that to about 10,000 in the first 10 years. During the operation of the company, that minimum capital has to be maintained. That means that payouts to shareholders may only take place when they're covered by profits of the company. And then there's the big upside of the limited liability company. Shareholders are, at least generally speaking, not liable for the company's obligations.
Okay, so let's take a closer look at taxation now. Let's start with the general partnership, which is not taxed directly. Rather, its partners are taxed with the so-called income tax. How much tax you pay depends on your annual earnings. The tax rate of 55% is only incurred if you earn more than 1 million euro per year. If you earn, say, 50,000 euros, you're taxed at an average rate of 30%. However, you cannot tell in advance how much you'll have to pay exactly. The limited liability company, on the other hand, is taxed very differently. Any earnings the company makes are directly taxed at the level of the company with a flat tax of 25%, a corporation tax. This is a major asset if your company wants to keep on investing, as 75% of your revenue can flow directly back into your company into new investments. However, if you want to distribute profit to your shareholders, you'll have to pay an additional capital gains tax. The tax is 27.5%, bringing the total tax rate for the limited liability company to around 45%.
So yes, that was it from our side. We hope you could learn maybe a thing or two. And if you feel like your business has come to the stage where you need legal support in order to continue, feel free to contact us at office@vienalawclinics.org or via Facebook or other social media such as LinkedIn. We'll be happy to help with any questions you have. Good luck on your startup journey and goodbye. See you.
So hello, we are back here in the stream now. The jury is currently discussing who the winners are going to be. I'm really curious. There's a door behind me and we are basically just waiting for the door to open and for the jury members to come out and announce the winners. So it's still taking some time. I think it's probably not an easy decision, quite a tough decision, but they're really discussing every pitch, what they like, what they didn't like, and then really come up with the 10 best teams. So we'll see when the door opens, we'll see when the winners can finally be announced. Until that happens, I want to thank our sponsors really quick. You can see them on the screen now. Now you can see them on the screen. I want to thank our sponsors really quick for making this possible. Also, we have some people from sponsors actually here with us in the jury and also in the mentoring. There were some people from these amazing companies that actually make all of this, what we're doing here, possible in the first place. So we really appreciate the help and we really appreciate their support here. And then also probably by now you know it, but the conference, the big Entrepreneurship Avenue Conference, is taking place in just about a week on June the 2nd, on Tuesday, June the 2nd. It's also going to take place online, and you know, normally at conferences you have different stages, and also now we are going to have actually 4 different stages. So there is a tech stage, there's a startup stage, there's a sustainability stage, and there's also a creativity stage, and you will be able to join any stage that you want, see the keynote, see the speakers that you like. And yeah, what do we have in store for you actually? Okay, we have really cool ones like Bear Douglas from Slack, straight from Silicon Valley. Also Sagun Kao from Google, so that's probably a really cool and interesting one to hear. But also local heroes like Watcha Do are joining us for keynotes. Then what else are we going to have? Oh yeah, a live podcast, Future Weekly by Daniel Cronin and Markus Rauning. They're actually going to do the podcast live during the conference, so that's going to be really cool as well. And yeah, apart from the 4 stages that I just mentioned, we're also providing some workshops that you can actually attend completely for free. And we have a workshop by BDO. They are going to host a workshop on valuation, so how can you evaluate companies. And then we're going to have a workshop by A1, and they are going to talk about the interaction of startups and corporates. Again, you can actually sign up for these workshops for free, attend them for free, get insights out of there, ask your questions, and really attain some new knowledge. And you can, the only thing that you have to do actually is sign up for them, and you can find any details that you need to know on our homepage. That's entrepreneurshipavenue.com. Just go there, you will find all the details for the workshops there. Then to continue, we are going to have a corporate and startup fair at the conference as well. You can get to know companies there. We can make connections, have a chat with some of the employees, for instance, of Bitpanda, of What You Do, of TechNet, and ask them what it's like working at a company that's active in the startup scene, at an innovative company. And yeah, really connect yourself with the startups, connect yourself with the corporates there, and use the chance to get your name across to them. Okay. Furthermore, we are going to have a job chat where you can apply and even talk about open positions that some companies are having. So also probably a really cool opportunity. And last but not least, we are going to have the pitch award. So the 10 teams that will be the winners of today are going to pitch at the pitch award on the Entrepreneurship Avenue on June the 2nd, and there are amazing prizes that they can win. So 2,000 euros in cash, then I believe there's 5,000 euro media content by the Brutkasten, and last but not least 10,000 euros investment by Startup 300. So yeah, and oh, I forgot, there's a wild card for the We Accelerate Accelerator that's here in Vienna as well. So amazing prizes. So the winners of today really, really can look forward to something, that's happening at the conference. So, okay, conference June the 2nd. I've said that many times now, and you probably already know how to register. You can find the link in the description, and just click it, and you can register. So now I think we are ready for the announcement of the winners. The jury is coming in, taking their seats, and then we can be really curious who the 10 winners are going to be. I'm really curious at least, and yeah, let's wait until they have a seat, and then we will see who is going to pitch at the conference next week. All right, is the jury ready? Almost, okay. Few more seconds left, so definitely stay tuned. We're announcing the winners in just a few seconds. And just some final arrangements are made here, and I think then we are ready to announce the 10 winners. So I'm giving the word to the jury now.
Announce now there's 10 winners now. The first one we decided was Epiclay, because I think the jury decided it was a good idea, and it's also on the status of the product is very interesting already. Winners now. The next one was Flink. Because the product is also a very innovative product. Of course, there are competitors, but with this product, we can.
I'm happy to continue and to announce the third team pitching at the final conference. It will be SensoPack. They convinced us with their great presentation, a lot of energy. Again, a nice pitch and everything covered during the Q&A. So congrats, and very much looking forward to see you at the conference.
All right, so next up, we have aeroSQAIR. Congratulations. We think you are a great team and interdisciplinary team, and we wish you the best of luck for the project. And the sixth one would be aire. So another sustainable startup. We think it's a great idea. Follow up on it, and congratulations.
The next team that will be pitching will be contracted. We think that the solution is definitely needed and that it has a great potential. The next one is AITHLetics. So here we also very much like the pitch, and we think that this market is growing now in times of Corona and will have a lot of potentials in the future. So looking forward to seeing you again.
Then we continue with place number 9. It's Quested. Was a very cool pitch, and the product also convinced us. And I think it's a possibility to revolutionize the teaching industry or schools.
And the last team we decided to take to the conference is tomorrow's generation. I think because of the great team, but it has to kind of challenge the business model till the finals. So.
All the
There are
best
no
for the
more
finals.
teams.
Applause.
Congratulations to all the teams. Of today's event, of today's demo day. So really congratulations also from our side. I'm really quickly. No, I'm not. So then thanks to all of the people who participated in the event of the teams, and very much looking forward to see you at the conference next week. And also, of course, thanks a lot to the awesome jury that's taking the time to really watch all the pitches, give feedback, and now come up with the 10 winners. So thanks a lot again, also from my side. And yeah, with that words, we're really very much looking forward to seeing you on June the 2nd at the conference where the final pitch award is going to take place. Bye.